Last week we checked out a spot for a new lawn, measured it up and looked at some top lawn varieties. Now it's time to get our hands dirty. Putting in a new lawn is all about the right preparation. Paul Daniel from the Turf Farm in Pinaroo has got all the lawn answers because he grows and knows turf. And the boys and girls from VIP Home Services have dropped by to lend a hand.
Paul, what's the idea of excavating? Why is there a need to excavate to lay a lawn?
The reason we need to excavate is the base of our project. You wouldn't put a house on a sandy soil and you wouldn't put your lawn down on a hard clay base, otherwise the lawn won't perform on the clay.
One way to remove this topsoil is using the good old-fashioned spade, but there are some smarter alternatives. A rotary hoe helps break up the top crust and makes digging so much easier. Always best to soak the soil a few days before if it's been dry. Run the rotary hoe over a few times and the soil comes up beautifully. A mini excavator can be hired or get someone in. This machine cuts through the ground beautifully and moves soil with ease.
We excavate out 100 to 150 millimetres and then we replace it with a sandy loam. So the reason we use a sandy loam, particularly in Adelaide, where the city is based on heavy clays and they hold the water and the turf doesn't like wet feet. So we like the sandy loam and the turf roots can spread out into that 150 mil of topsoil and grow quite well and it'll store the nutrients.
And does it help to stop compaction?
Yeah, it stops compaction so your lawn won't compact down in certain patches.
If you start with a site that's got lots of weeds, what's the best thing to do?
The best thing to do with weeds is to spray them first and then give them a fortnight and then spray them again in case there's anything else that comes up. And after that you excavate all that soil out and hopefully you've removed all the seed bank that was there.
When you're laying a lawn around a tree, what are some of the key things to think about?
Not to damage the base of the tree. If you damage the bottom of the tree you might kill the tree. So you want to keep the lawn back just a little bit from the base of the tree. Make sure you don't excavate down too deeply around the bottom of the tree into the roots or you'll damage the tree, but other than that the tree will normally be fairly happy.
If you hit a couple of surface roots, is that going to be a problem?
Nah, it's not an issue at all. So the tree's got a lot of roots.
Depending on the type of soil you're removing, you can use it around your garden or maybe somebody else's, so don't waste it. Now, Paul, where can people go for more information about lawn preparation?
They can go to our website or they can give us a call at the Turf Farm and we'll help them out with all the information they need.
Next week, we'll show you all the ins and outs of irrigation, plus get spreading.